You notice about 20 years ago or so, as far as I know, 20 years, nicer cars, more expensive cars came out with, dual air conditioning and climate control, meaning that there was a separate controls for climate, air conditioning, and heating for one side and separate for the driver's side. That's because so many times, so often, I'd say 90% of the times, when you are with a woman, you know, she's hot and you're cold and she's hot, and vice versa. And that should be a lesson in life for what it's like to live with a woman or to be with a woman all the time. You know, it's fine when you're getting together on a date because you're spending a small amount of time together, you're on your best behavior, and if it's something that's happening that you don't like, you kind of let it slide because you know there is an end. There is a point in time where this thing is going to end, 2 hours from now, 1 hour from now, at next morning, but it's going to end. Whereas when you are married to somebody, you know there's no end, and you tell yourself, you telling me that I have to deal with this for the rest of my life? I didn't sign up for this. No thanks. And that is true with all relationships, with all of them, with all of them. They don't, the ones that stay together for a long time, they don't sacrifice, their preferences because of care and love for the other person. No, they sacrifice and they tolerate. That is the word. They tolerate their situation being against their liking because of the parts that it is to their liking. You know, I'm gonna let her, invite her friends over. I'm gonna go to her friends for Thanksgiving. I'm gonna go to brunch when I really would rather stay in bed. I'm gonna do this, A, B, C, whatever, because she does that for me. Because then I'm gonna, have her do this for me. It's always an exchange. 100% transaction. 100%. Until years go by and you reach a point, for a majority of the cases, where the amount of compromise you have to do and the amount of times where things are you have to engage in that is against your will becomes far more frequent and far higher in number than the times where things are going your way. And those few times that the things are going your way, it's always with major reluctance, and you have to pay a price for it because she's grumpy and angry and is like treating it like taking one for the team, and then for which she's going to punish you severely later. So you realize, you learn that it's not even worth it. You're just gonna, do whatever she wants all the time. And that, my friends, is why relationships fall apart, and you go to marriage counseling, which are really nothing more than con artists. Marriage counseling means divorce delayer. That is all it is. They should rename them divorce delayers, because no, in no situation has a marriage counselor saved a marriage. And most of the time, people just agree reluctantly to go to them, just to tell the other person that, hey, I tried. I'm not a jerk. That didn't wasn't willing to even try. And also, they're advised by lawyers to go to marriage counseling to show the divorce court judge that they really were interested in trying to save this marriage, even though that was not genuine at all. Food for thought, and food for thought. So before someone says, let's move in together, just because you like her in bed, or you like him for the places he takes you and all that, moving in together is as bad as marriage. Is as bad as marriage, meaning in terms of things you have to compromise and tolerate that are against your will. Human beings, I honestly believe, were not meant to be together every day, all the time, for an indefinite time into the future. I really believe that. I really believe that. Human beings were meant to get together when they want to get together, enjoy the time together, and then separate. And then separate. Not together all the time until indefinite, until death do us part. Those were made up words, artificial, made up words, and we know what happens with things that are artificial. They just don't last. All the best.